Thanks for watching a new episode of Blitz, powered by DCMM. I'm Brian Carter here at Habersham Central with Lady Raiders basketball coach John Hood. Coach Hood, I always appreciate having you on here, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Brian. We're glad you came.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here. It seems like every year I get a chance to talk Lady Raiders basketball with you. And right now, I'd like for you to just start out by assessing the season so far. I know you're 10-8 overall, 3-8 in region play.
Right.
Last year, you go 11-16 and 3-13 within the region. Right. It seems like your team's making a step in the right direction.
Well, Brian, I think so. We've changed regions since then, so our competition is a little different. But our season, we started kind of on a shaky note, trying to score and not really playing as good as I thought we would early. But we've played better as we've gone along. We won at one point in the season we were 4-2, and then we win one and lose one, and like you say, we're to the point now we're 10-8. But you know, one of the highlights I guess is we played in Christmas tournament over in South Carolina and won that tournament and played, I thought, pretty well for 3 straight games, and just kind of inconsistent right now, but I think we're headed in the right direction. Yeah,
one thing for sure, though, is you got a fairly young team. This year you did bring back 3 returning starters, so you do have some experience there from last year that came back. Talk about how pivotal that experience was for this young team last year coming into this year.
Well, we had no – Jalen Davis was a starter, had lettered as a sophomore and then hurt her knee as a junior. So last year we had no returning letterman, and then we played a lot of freshmen and sophomores played a lot, and had now we can't say we're really inexperienced. You can say we still are very young, but our sophomores are really where a lot of juniors and seniors are as far as game experience. So we'll just keep building, and hopefully that, they'll keep getting better. They're inconsistent at times, but we think, they're on the right track.
Again, we talk about being on the right track, and it's hard to do that in a region like this, as you mentioned, going up to 6A. This region has 2 quarterfinal teams from the state playoffs just a year ago. Talk about how the margin of error has to be so small every night you step on the court.
It does. It is a very small margin of error, and initially, when we switched to this region, I think a lot of people thought it would be easier. And as we saw in football, it was difficult, and in volleyball, it was difficult. And I mean, they're very competitive. The schools are not as big as they were in 6A, but they're very well coached, I think, and they're very disciplined. And it's been a tough adjustment. We have to play about as good as we can play, to have a good chance to win. If we shoot the ball and score consistently, then we've got a chance. Defensively, we're doing, I think about as well as we can do. But it really just depends on, how well we do offensively in this new region.
Yeah, and when you do look at the offense, I kind of ran the numbers from last year and this year. Your offense is scoring over 5 points more per game than you did last year. Defense is pretty much right in line with about what they were last year. But talk about what do Jalen Davis and Hannah Ward, your 2 seniors, how pivotal are they to the success of this program and the future of the program?
Well, let's start with Jalen, because Jalen's been with us for 4 years, and she is really struggled to get over the ACL tear mentally, but she is just a very good player for us, very good leader, and we're not, when she's doing most of the ball handling responsibilities, and we have a lot less turnovers than we were having earlier in the year. We kind of made that change, and I think she's a very good player for us, and will be a very good player if she continues to play after high school. But she's just, she's had to fight some mental battles with her knee. Hannah moved here as a junior and got in very good shape, I think, coming into her senior year. Was not much of a factor as a junior, but has turned into our second leading scorer now. She's our leading 3-point shooter, and she can really get going when she gets going. But she she needs to work on consistency. But they've meant a lot, and just to have 2 seniors, we've relied on them for their leadership, and they've done a good job with that this year.
Yeah, and I know it's going to be sad to see them go, but I do know I know a few of the girls that are in the JV program, 9th grade program as well. I'm sure you're excited about some of the prospects there. What do you see out of the future of some of those girls on JV that may be some up-and-comers we can kind of look forward to?
Well, there's a lot of good young players in our 9th and 10th grade between the 2 programs, and we expect we can get some help with ball handling. There's a good blend. There's some good shooters on the JV team that need more work, but I feel like have a bright future. And then our 9th grade team has 10 or 11 girls that are improving every day. And then our varsity team has, is I think 3 juniors and 5 sophomores. Yeah. So we got a lot coming back. We're just losing those 2.
Oh, absolutely. That's really exciting. Last question for you, and I'll let you go. But you got hard to believe it, but you only have 6 games left, 3 at home, 3 away. The season just kind of flew by. What would you like to see your team accomplish, and maybe some areas that you feel like needs improvement in those last 6 games heading into summer?
Well, we feel like we still got a very good chance to continue to improve, do well in the tournament, and hopefully be one of the top 4 teams in the state tournament. In our region, there are 10 teams. If we can make it, if we could at least climb up to the 5th or 6th spot, then we just have to win 1 game to make it to the state tournament. If we finish in the 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th spot, then we'd have a play-in game to get to either north. It looks like either north or south for side. Yeah. So that would be the toughest way to get to the state tournament. But that's our goal. That's what we're working towards, and we're just trying to get better every game. And we feel like if we carry over, it carries over. We can finish strong this year. It'll carry over into the summer and into next fall.
Yeah, and it's just about playing good at the right time.
That's
right.
We've
seen that from a lot of teams.
Right.
So, Coach, I really appreciate it again. Looking forward to seeing what your team does the rest of the way. And again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Brian. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Coach. When we take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Lainey Gosnell of the Lady Raiders.
No matter what the occasion or how big the achievement, everyone deserves an award. Look no further than Bob and Ted's Trophy in Clarksville. Trophies, medals, plaques, and more. It's what you need when you need it. Family owned and operated since 1974, Bob and Ted's has been rewarding the community for nearly 40 years, offering quality service at competitive pricing, all done with a speedy turnaround. Get what you need when you need it.